Hey, welcome everybody. It's great to see you here on Urshel Speaks. Another quick hitter. We're coming today and we're solving the world's problems, answering life's biggest questions, and giving us all the ability to live life on purpose and do it in a great way. Right into it today. We got a lot of great things that are happening, things that are going on. And today's topic applies in so many ways. On Friday, I'm going to be doing a webinar, and we're going to focus on this as it relates to business. But I just wanted to remind you, you probably already knew this, but I wanted to remind all of us, sometimes we have to fall back. And when we're trying to achieve, trying to see the great things happen in life, trying to change the world and world domination and take over markets or make $1 billion, whatever it is that we're trying to do, that's great. And I say that because we all should be trying to do something great. We all should be doing great things. We all should have great aspirations because none of us were created, none of us were born for mediocrity. That's been a lie and a mentality that's been accepted and is very marketable. And so if everyone just tries to fit in, it's like kind of being in junior high and not wanting to stand out in any way and wanting to have the right shoes and say the right things and use the right words and not have any zits or everything to say that I'm just like everyone else and I'm not standing out. None of us were created for that. None of us were supposed to be just normal. We all have unique greatness and we all have a place to fill that no one else can fill in this world and in our lifetime. So it's important that we do that we think great thoughts, that we believe great things about ourselves, and that we have a desire for our own individual greatness. And that's not ever in comparison to anyone else. It's really about maximizing our potential and fulfilling our purpose, living life on purpose, like we're always talking about. So what I want to talk about today in this pursuit of greatness is paying attention to the little things. It really is about the little things. James Clear, in one of his books, tells a story, and I won't quote all the numbers and statistics because I don't remember them, but he talks about the British cycling team who for years was a masterclass in mediocrity. They just were so mediocre. They didn't win. I think they won one medal, Olympic medal in like 100 years. And they were so middle of the road or bad that one of the top cycle manufacturers would not allow them to even use their bikes because they didn't want their brand being associated with that level of mediocrity. That's bad when someone won't sell you their stuff and let you ride it in competition. And so that's what they were dealing with for over 100 years, just mediocre. And so they got rid of the coach and the one who was in charge of the cycling team. They brought this other guy in, and he had this concept of consistent marginal gains and this attitude of 1% increases. And there's another great book called The Slight Edge, and it talks about that, those marginal gains. And being a Marine and being doing land navigation, if you've ever done that, and you have to shoot an azimuth from where you are to where you're supposed to be, and then as you walk along that azimuth, you're going to get to your destination as long as you stay on it. Now, if you go off 1 degree and you walk 10 steps, you can reach out and touch the place you were trying to go. But if you're off 1 degree and you walk 5 miles, you're going to be in another zip code. If you walk 100 miles, you're going to be in another state just because you were off by 1 degree. Now, when we think about that from the other perspective, if we're pursuing greatness, if we're wanting improvement and we're wanting to change, and business owners, listen to this, because again, I got a webinar coming up on Friday. We're going to hit this really hard, and I'm going to show you in the numbers how just making 1, 2, 3% changes in a variety of areas, the compounding effect of that will equal hundreds of thousands of dollars in your business. if you make slight marginal changes and continue to make those changes. And the reason why is it's not just math in our life. It's not just math in your business. It's not just math. There's this principle of compounding effect of these marginal gains, because when I make an improvement here, it affects things that are over here. And when I make an improvement here, it affects things that are over here and over here. And so this improvement creates improvement in the whole. And so another improvement creates more improvement. So everything gets more efficient. That's why I love the word optimization, and we're always talking about that. So in life, we have to remember that if we do these little things, if we pay attention to the little things, it's not that I went to the gym one time and I was able to throw up 305 on the bench and and stomp off and feel good. No, it's how many times I did that 185 or that 225, and how many days I showed up and how much rest I got and how much recovery. Paying attention to those little things is what's going to make the difference over time. That's what's going to really produce the results, instead of just massaging our ego or making us feel like it was one great accomplishment or one great day. So when we talk about this, and it works on both sides of the coin. I mean, it says in the Bible that the little foxes spoil the vine, right? So it's just the little things that can screw things up, missing those little things, not showing up. All of these little things can deteriorate what you're trying to do, can shut down your ability to achieve and to succeed. And on the other hand, when you compound those little things, those little improvements, when you live by continually tweaking that slight edge of improvement, and not looking to go from 0 to 100 just instantly, right? But if I can maintain going from 0 to 3, and then I can maintain that and go from 3 to 5, and then I do that in all these different areas. When I change one aspect of my eating, when I change one aspect of my sleeping, when I change one aspect of my exercise and expenditure of calories, and when I change one aspect of my mindfulness and taking time to get some inner peace and to meditate and do those things, when I start making those incremental small changes, not totally revolutionize my world, because normally that doesn't work. Normally it doesn't work when you have to flip everything upside down in a drastic way. And the reason why is because we don't like that, and our bodies built all of these habits. And it's really about that. Charles Duhigg, look him up. It's really about creating and recreating habits that will produce the results that you want in your life, in your health, in your business, whatever aspect of life that you believe that you want to see change and you want to see a long-term effect. If we think about just doing those little things, saying those little things relationally, making those comments or compliments, or sending those postcards or reminders, or following up, doing all the little things that seem like they're just mindless little things. But when you do them consistently, and when you impact your habits towards greatness, then greatness is inevitable. It's absolutely inevitable, because you're constantly improving by 1% and doing that in multiple areas. So check it out. Here's what we can do. Just look at the area of your life or your business that you want to be better, or look at it holistically. And now think about all the different parts of your life that make that up. So when I talked about the British cycling team, I mean, they did things like, they changed the seats to make them more comfortable. They changed the shorts that they wear, and they were heated so that they kept their muscles at a certain temperature. They changed the gel that they were using to warm up their muscles. They painted the walls where their bicycles were when they transported them inside the trucks. They painted them bright white so it would be easier to spot dust inside the truck, so they could keep it immaculate and clean, because the dust deteriorates the effectiveness of those finely tuned bicycles. They did all of these. They had a doctor come in and work with each person to teach them how to properly wash their hands to prevent them from getting sick. They did all of these little things, washing their hands, pillows, blankets, mattresses. They analyzed this for everyone. All of these little things that in the grand scheme of things, no one would say, listen, if you want to win gold medals, which they set records, and the first Olympics after this coach was hired, they won 60% of the gold medals in cycling. And then the next Olympics, I think they set 8 records by making all of these changes. But no one would have said, you know what, if you want to win the Tour de France, if you want to win gold medals at the Olympics in cycling, you need to pay attention to what sheets and what pillows and what mattresses your cyclists are spinning. You need to paint the inside of your vehicles white. No one would have said those things, but it wasn't until they broke down everything that contributed to their ability to be cyclists. And they didn't go get better athletes. You know, they didn't pump them full of steroids. They didn't do any of these things. All they did was said, let's look at every aspect of being a cyclist, everything that can affect our performance and perfect those that are performing, everything that has an impact. And let's find areas where we can make small improvements, where we can pay attention to the detail and make sure that if we can improve this by 1%, that we do it and we keep doing it that way. And if we can improve this by 1% or 2% or 3% or 5%, we're going to do it and we'll keep doing it that way. So take a look at your business. Again, we'll talk about it on Wednesday. Matter of fact, I'll put it in the comments. I'll put a link in any of business owners that want to come check this out, because I'm going to show you in dollars and cents exactly how we can dramatically increase your revenue, your profits, and your margins just by applying this same principle and the areas that we need to do it in. But analyze your life, analyze your relationship, and find these areas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, find 10 areas where you can make a small incremental improvement. And then make this part of the habits of becoming greater. Constantly measure, constantly pay attention, and make those improvements. And guess what? Those marginal improvements over time are going to have an amazing compounding effect, and greatness is guaranteed. My name is Urshel. This is Urshel Speaks. I love you hanging out with me. Make sure you go and subscribe on the YouTube channel, like and share. Say it with me, like and share. I look forward to talking to you again soon. Send me a message if you got any questions. Have a great day.